What up, y'all? Welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James. I am here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. And it is not happening in this video. It actually happened on Bell Collective. I didn't cuss. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Yeah, I actually watched my mouth. Look at me. Look at me, y'all. I actually watched my mouth. But it ain't gonna happen in this video. Joining me as always is my girl, Mrs. Best, my bestie in the whole wide world.
Happy holidays, beautiful humans.
Yes, happy holidays. So, y'all, if you read the caption, this is Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 6 review. So, for those of y'all who did not watch my last recap, our BFF Nine Green is in the chat, y'all. Y'all know that's my girl, so yes, we love you. So, in terms of that, I want to make something very clear. If you are trying to get like a recap on the Aneka and Wendy beef, I am not talking about that on my channel. I'm exhausted with those two. I do not care. I'm exhausted. I do not care. I do not want to talk about it anymore because it is beating a dead horse. I really feel like Bravo is trying to play with our intelligence here, and I'm not going to feed into that. So if you guys would like some information, there are other YouTubers who are covering this, and you're welcome to go watch them, and they will explain it. I am not going forward talking about Wendy and that. So going forward and moving on from there, we see them at dinner, and the table decides to play a little game, and it's a whole bunch of pleasantries, but what they land on is who at this table swallows. And I'm like, out of all the questions y'all could have asked.
That poor waiter.
Right. I was
trying to get the orders right, but I saw his, like, when they said that, he turned red for a second. Just a second. I said, that poor waiter. I know they tipped well. Well, some of them tipped well.
And yeah, I understand. But what cracked me up in this scene was Robin raising her hand. And I was like, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. There's something that surprises me about that. Because in terms, you believe the bullshit that he feeds you, why would his sperm be any different?
Oh, Jesus. Listen.
Like, I'm trying to say
this. If listen, you got a woman at the table who's a self-admitted gold digger. You got Karen, who was married to the Black Bill Gates, and she married up too. Let's keep it real. You got Giselle, who was known to be a Howard University, round the way girl. She was promiscuous. This cast is not a cast full of women, in my opinion, that don't swallow. Okay, if you could get a man and keep a man, you probably swallowing. Just saying. But separate from that, I hate when the housewives do this, like they try to make shit that's normal. Maybe I'm telling on myself right now, but they try to make shit that's normal, like oh my God, like taboo and shit. And I'm just like, she said, but on brand for the desperate roommate that yes, I think Robin thought like, hey, I have one. He's not staying in your home, so swallowing's not keeping him.
And that's what we try to help. Robin is delusional as hell, and I'm just trying to figure out. And this is my problem with Bravo and this bullshit, and I don't understand why they're protecting Robin with this shit. Because Robin has had 6 episodes to explain how she feels, what she is going through, all of this, and yet she is trying to deflect and say what it is when it's not that. It does not make sense, no matter how you slice
the season. Like, the producer felt the need to film you and Juan in the household. And we know he didn't want to, because I had saw on the Empire's channel months ago when Potomac was filming. Now, Juan had tried to avoid filming and talking about some shit, but I guess there's contracts and clauses that say he has to. So all I know is she needs to be laid off or however they do it. Where is her severance package? It's time. I'm tired.
We are tired. Like, I don't understand why y'all decide to keep Robin on this show when all Robin does is antagonize and try to get everybody else's bullshit so that way she doesn't have to bring up her own. And it's like,
I knew Robin should have left in season one. She had an issue
absolutely.
with Katie and Ashley at one time. And the way that she handled that, I said, oh, she's not cut out for this. She is not cut out for reality TV, in my opinion, at all. There's nothing without being rude or mean to a Robin. I just don't think she's interesting enough for reality TV. Hell, I'm not interested enough for reality TV, but
I feel like I am, but it depends on what kind of show I would go on to. I don't know. I like it to me, and it's funny. I would be, if I was on reality TV, you know who I would honestly, people would think I'm the guy version of? Minus the lying. That's your clue.
Who?
Minus the lying. You know who people would say I would be? Minus the lying. Think of who that reality star is.
Who?
Phaedra.
A Phaedra. Oh, minus the, yeah. I think that would be, yeah.
Yeah, minus the lying, because I'm gonna exploit my shit, so I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, I'm transparent. So what you see is what you get with me, and I've been that way my entire life. I always say what it is. I do not care, but I'm also very shady, and I can read you. So it just
we could do that together one day. Like, what would we be as reality? I've never thought of that. Like, who on reality TV I'm similar to? Never.
That's why, and it's funny. That's why I like Phaedra, because I see a lot of my personality, but then the lying part, and that's what I say. And it's fun to watch her just lie, and I know what I could tell when she's lying. It just really, it doesn't make sense when she does lie. So it's like, come on, Phaedra, everybody can see it. But hold it for show. Next topic, next video. We go over to Ashley's room, and Ashley has this brand idea for them to paint the JJs and all this and that. And I'm just like, Ashley, yo freaky ass. I can't with this.
Somebody said the house, I was online and somebody said the Housewives of Potomac cast, they have got to recast them or change something. They said they're the brokest housewives in the franchise. Why are we in Austin? I was like, Austin, Texas is nice. But I did wonder why this cast was in Austin, and then the vagina painting, even though it didn't happen, made me like, oh, there really wasn't shit to do.
They were
vaginas in your hotel.
The blind lead the blind. That's what I'm saying. This is so stupid. Like, and I know I praise Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but at least they have a curator to give them shit to do. This, they had nothing to do. So you know what they decided to do? They taken the moment, and I wasn't mad at this, to go in on Robin. Because everybody wants to know why Robin didn't expose her own tea of Juan cheating and everything. And Robin was all like, he didn't cheat, he didn't do any of that stuff. And they were like, well, how would you know? Like, you didn't even read the messages. Well, Juan doesn't even keep messages in his phone. He deletes it right after. Like, he'll have people call me and I have to ask, what coach are you? And I was like, I'm like, the fuck kind of shit do you have going on over there? When I tell you, I had to rewind that, because I was like, I know she didn't just say what I think she just said. Juan deletes his DMs and his text messages. I feel like Robin doesn't realize how stupid she sounds.
When men or women delete, let me tell you, the last time I deleted my text threads and shit, I was cheating. Listen, I remember doing that to my ex in high school because I was talking to somebody else who also went to our school I shouldn't have talked to. And I'm going to say that if you got to delete your text thread, it doesn't matter what your gender is. You hiding something. Did y'all see? What I do like
that was my face, because I was, first of all, when Robin actually said that out her mouth, I said Robin couldn't have thought that this was the move. Like,
this is high school information. Robin is not intelligent then. because
We know she's stupid. We know, I mean, we know she's stupid, but it's just like at the same time, I really felt like Robin, you could have done better than that. Like you really could not make up a better lie. That's how I know this is true because
Robin
it
is
sounds so
slow.
crazy.
That's how most women or whoever, that's how most people start to become suspicious that their partner is engaging in nefarious activities. Okay, should we say like that is one of the signs? What they say when they come home, go straight to the shower. When they taking phone calls in secret away from you. When you see text messages coming in from Twan with heart emojis and star eyes and shit, and when you suddenly see that your person who's always on their phone and you go to look at it and there are no text messages, no what else is there, the social media messages, all of that. I'm telling you, if I see that, my husband's here, if I see his phone and everything is deleted, I'm gonna come after that man with paperwork. So
Well,
Robin,
Robin can't do that because she's so afraid to lose him. And it's like, so if she doesn't, conform to the bullshit, he's gonna walk out the door. And I'm looking at Robin like, no, like if you really think that, Robin, if you really feel like you need to go along with this, you're stupid. Because that man is not with you because he love you, and I'm sure he does love her. But I'm talking about like he is really looking at this husband and wife role as the traditional husband and wife role. I feel like Wanda's with Robin because he is still angry that she lost all that damn money, and he ain't leaving it till she get every cent of it back. But mind you, Wanda's unemployed right now,
he
so
can't
y'all
go.
need every. Yeah, he can't go. Y'all need every check y'all can get.
And she didn't sign a prenup, right?
I don't know because it's a fuzzy story because she had the infidelity clause in it, which obviously is some bullshit because it's
I
being
don't think
alleged
they
all over the place that
know.
he's been cheating. I don't think she did either. I really don't think she did either. And I feel like this is where he gonna get her ass. I feel that Juan is gonna pull the plug. He gonna stay. Juan gonna stay maybe 2 or 3 years. He gonna pull the plug, and then he gonna get alimony out of her. I guarantee you that's how this gonna work. Especially if she stays on this show for another couple seasons, which we hope is not the case.
That's
But
why
if
they need to get rid of her. Bravo, getting rid of Robin is not just good for viewership and fans, but it's also good for Robin. Sometimes people need a kick in the butt, a foot in their neck, as my nana say, to get them to do what they need to do, and she needs to lead that man. It's kind of like the therapist in me sees and understands what she's doing and why she is moving that way.
please explain.
But I mean that is common. She understands that what he's doing is bad, but you have to think of it this way. They got together, she became known and all of this stuff, and then boom, while he's in the league, he cheats on her. Then they get a divorce and they have to live together through the divorce because they were so damn broke. Boom, that's embarrassing. Then they end up getting back together years later. She gets this beautiful proposal and all of this, and she's like, oh, okay, maybe he's learned his lesson. Then she mentions wanting to put an infidelity clause into a prenup because this time she has something to lose, not him. Mind you, she didn't get shit the first time from the divorce because he had his prenup. So apparently he had an issue with that too. So then after you've been publicly cheated on, you get back with the same man who never fucking moved out because y'all just are not financially literate or independent individuals. Now you back together and he's cheated on you again publicly. Well, we can inference that he's cheated on you publicly at least 3 times before this fucking season even aired. I think that she's behaving in the way that is common with people who are experiencing extreme embarrassment just based on psychology. I'm not going to break it down for y'all. I do not feel like writing no more fucking papers. I did my work and got my degree, but that is common. It's kind of like when someone laughs at a funeral, even though they're sad, or when someone behaves like they're guilty in a murder, even though they're not. It's something, it's basically your brain going into fight or flight. And it's a stress response because of the neurotransmitters and chemicals. I'm not getting into all of that, but I have a feeling that that could be what is happening with Robin, but she lacks the intelligence to like explain or show that she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah. But moving on, this Karen. So Robin, we just want to hold you accountable for all your actions because you said that you came after every last one of us, and now here you are not even expelling on your own. And Robin was like, "What do you guys want to do? What you want to beat me up? What do you want me to do? I better stand up because everybody can have their piece. I want it all. Like I will tell you everything." And I'm looking at Robin like, "If you don't sit your ass down and shut the hell up, because you're not saying anything that is worth anyone's time." First off, let's put that up. And then second of all, you have for 8 seasons come after every single last person, including Karen, taking the brunt of it all. Let's not forget, you was the one that dressed up as a whole fucking pizza man to go over to Karen's house and see if she really did live at the location she said she was living at. So let's not forget about that, Robin. Let's not forget that you and Charlotte's Web over there, actually put on T-shirts saying "Free Uncle Ben," talking about Ray. So don't act like you have done absolutely nothing this entire franchise, and that everybody's just attacking you. All they are saying is, at the time, we're all putting our business out here for this reality TV show, check, and you not holding up your end of the bargain. That's all they're saying. But you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that because you know that when you get home, you got to answer to Juan. And you don't want to do that because Juan does not care. He is going to do what he wants to do. And that's not what you want to hear. So that's why if you feel like you make it go away, you don't have to hear it anymore.
Robin
That's
has
it.
to pick a lane. You're either listen, Phaedra, when everything happened with Apollo on Housewives of Atlanta, I think is a good example. People had questions. They was asking her questions at the reunion. They was asking her questions all through the season. They was asking her questions when they went places with her. They was talking about her in scenes that she wasn't there. And she disclosed what the fuck she wanted to disclose. But she also made it very clear, before I have small children, I'm not going to talk about this. Like, or you can do like other people do and just actually like be open like Nene did when she was going through her breakup with Greg. You know what I'm saying? You could do that. But I think what people are mad about is you expect people not to talk about it while you're talking about their life. And then all in the same thing, stuff keeps happening in real time with this man that they can't ignore. It's not like they're just bringing shit up that was years and months ago. Like this is happening in real time. If you're going to come on a reality show and your only storyline on this show since season 1 has been your relationship with Juan, then you have to fucking expect to discuss and be questioned on your relationship with Juan. So I understand why she's behaving the way she behaves from a psychological aspect, but the viewer in me and sane human in me is like, that's still not an excuse. Like even a therapist would try to get her to understand, like that's still not an excuse. You have to be forthright with people, especially when you're choosing to share the most intimate parts of your life with the world. Like, what do you expect? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sell more hats.
Right. So all this drama, basically, Ashley couldn't get them to do their little activity. So she decides that she's gonna go ahead and split the girls up. Some of them are going to an actual what is that called? It's not a brewery or a winery.
Distillery.
Distillery. There we go, distillery. So half of them are going to a distillery, the other half are going to a boot barn to buy cowboy boots. So the ladies are split up. We have Wendy, Karen, Candace, and Mia in one truck. And then we have Aneka, Giselle, Robin, and Ashley in another truck. So as they're going to each place, the girls go to the distillery, they drink the very 150 proof, what was that, bourbon that they were drinking or something like that? Whiskey. It was strong as hell. Candace was acting a fool. And then they pretty much go to lunch. And as I said, I'm not talking about the Wendy and the NECA thing, so I'll mention what Wendy has said. She goes, once you talk about my mom, like all bets are off. That's still my mother at the end of the day. Wendy breaks down the whole religion thing and the shrine thing, and I understood it. I understood exactly what she was saying. And as I said, this shit with her and NECA is stupid, which is why I'm not going to talk about it on my channel. So then this...
Wendy does need to say, though, The only thing I will say, she does need to say to NECA, you're talking about my mom, I'm not going to accept that. Or like, I don't play with that, so we'll never have nothing. I feel like Wendy always says the necessary stuff off camera on a confessional or on Twitter. And I need her to like speak up.
I do too, but as I said, I'm not talking about this on my channel no more because at the end of the day, we're not going to get anywhere, and I'm not going to give Bravo what they want. I want because at the end of the day, it disgusts me that you would have these two Igbo Nigerian women on this show going at it. Because what I've heard around the curve is that Wendy was actually supposed to introduce Aneka to the group. It actually got exposed that that's what was supposed to happen, but it did not happen that way because Wendy decided, hey, that's not going to be my ram. I don't want to introduce her because it's going to look like something else on this thing. And I actually can believe that story. So we'll see. I hope they expound on that in the reunion. I hope that Wendy lets that tea out because that's what I heard. It's all alleged. So once the little crow flies up on the thing, Mia makes a little joke. She goes, "That's not your mama, is it?" And I said, "Mia, now see, come on now. See, I was liking you so far all season, and you finna start getting on my bad side already." So I was like, in terms, we're not gonna play with no mama jokes. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that because that's not right. That's still somebody's mama at the end of the day. You know, so I was mad. So when we go over there to the boring clique, Ashley, Giselle, Mia, Annette, and Robin, sorry. And they're buying boots, and Anneka tells them that she's on her journey to get pregnant. They ask her how long has she been married. She says, I've only been married a year. And then these ladies realize that they're running late for lunch. They're supposed to meet with the other girls to have lunch. So then they leave the little boot barn and they meet up at the restaurant. It's actually right down the street. So the other lady showed up, and then they still questioned Anneka about her wedding. And she said that she has only had the American wedding. In Nigeria, they have the whole Nigerian-based wedding as well. Portia did it, and also Shamia did it. So it was one of those situations where she has to have her wedding, but she's still trying to get pregnant. Now, I told y'all last week, I don't know how Anneka is going to get pregnant if she's taking her prenatals and all of her ovulation medicine with some fucking champagne, and she's drinking it down. I don't know how she's supposed to get pregnant like that. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? So, the whole time that Anneka's having this conversation, Wendy looked so uninterested, and I was laughing so hard because I was like, Wendy, come on, you didn't have to do that. Like, you really could have just been like, hey, it'll happen what happened, or at least try to engage. But Wendy wasn't having no parts of this conversation. So from there, I believe this was Mia who asked this question. Mia asked Candace, so what's going on with the lawsuit with Michael Darby? Because you understand, at this point in time, I don't know where this lawsuit is at today. I don't really care. But at this point in time, it had come out on the blogs that Michael Darby is suing Candace Dillard Bassett for $2 million for defamation of her expounding on the gay rumors. More importantly, alleging that she knows who actually did perform fellatio on Michael. So she has put that out there, and Michael is suing her for it. And so Ashley over there looking nervous, like, I don't know this information. I don't know. And it's like, come on, Ashley, you know more than what you're alleging. But I don't blame Candace for not wanting to talk about that, because at the end of the day, that is something that she talks about. She might put her foot in her mouth. When you're in situations like that, you got to be as quiet as possible. How did you feel about me asking her that question?
I mean, the cast keeps asking questions about things they can't talk about. And to me, it's like, this is why I feel like Bravo needs to recast this show. Because if we can't discuss things because of lawsuits and whatever else is going on, then like, what is the point? There's too much going on. Well, she was supposed to bring you as a friend of, she was supposed to do this, and this person, they just need to recast this show because it's become, I feel like since Monique's season where she got into it with Candace, it's been just, we can't talk about this, we can't talk about that, I can't comment on this, I can't comment on that. And it's been everyone on the cast at some point. So now I'm just kind of like, you know, once they can't talk about it, it's okay. Well, maybe we as an audience need to be less interested since no one wants to talk about things.
I'm saying because, you know,
The tabloids need to be less involved in the storylines for what happens on reality TV, but I think especially on Bravo shows, the what ends up in the tabloids, it's almost like they feel they have to discuss it. And they don't all the time. But outside of that, there's not really anything interesting happening with
no,
this
the
cast.
lawsuits I get, don't talk about those. But everything else, I'm sorry, no. You need to open up your mouth and you need to say what it is because you're being paid. You have to understand this is season 8. These women are being paid over $500,000, all of them, with probably the exception of Aneka. They're all being paid a lot of money to expose business that we probably won't get far with, you know, as far as what we care about. So why not expose it? If you think if I was being paid $500,000 a year, do you really don't think I would be exposing my own business? When I tell you I will open up this mouth and say all kind of stuff, start all kind of shit, and I would not care one way or the other, yes, that would be me. I'm made for this. I know what it is. So yeah, it just makes me mad that once again we have Robin at the foot of another episode and she is just feeding us all kind of bullshit that does not make any fucking sense. So moving on, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of two scenes that I gotta do James's theater. So they go back to the hotel and everybody goes back to Robin's room. Now Candace has to wear Robin's shoes, which I thought was fake and phony of Candace because you don't see it for this lady. You've already publicly humiliated her. But why do you feel like in this moment you need to wear this lady's shoes and then stay up in her room? I would even have went to Robin's room. I went in my own room and say, y'all can have a good night with Robin. And then she leaves with the shoes on. And I'm just like, what the hell the point is the point of that? So the next day happens, they're all split up again and they're in the SUVs going to the next event. And in the car, it's Candace, Wendy, I believe that was Mia in that, or it may have been Karen. I don't remember. I know it was one of the two. And they're questioning Robin once again. And this is where James's theater comes in because Robin did this whole dramatic ass scene. And I was looking at Robin like, this is why we can't fuck with you. Because what the hell are you crying for? She said, y'all just trying to villainize me and trying to make me seem like I'm just this horrible person. Like, why do you care so much about my business? What is wrong? Like, I just don't understand why y'all trying to make me out to be the villain. I ain't done nothing to y'all. I ain't did nothing to any of y'all. I'm looking at Robin like, oh my God, girl, you don't stop this fucking crying. Who the fuck is like, come on, what the hell are you crying for? Now you, to me, when she did that cry, all I could think about is that scene when she went to Ashley's restaurant and this first situation happened with Juan, and she was telling Ashley, "You need to mind your business, mind your business." And then she put her finger in her face, and she said, "Get your finger out my face, Robin." And she goes, "My finger ain't in it. This is me putting my finger in your face." And I just remember that scene. I was like, "Where is that Robin at?" Because now you're gonna sit up here and cry. But you were fine to do that when it came to other people. So now when people are confronting you, all you can do is cry. I say, get out of our faces at this point. Bravo in this call center. I address y'all all video. Now I'm gonna address y'all now. Bravo in this call center. I need y'all to submit a message up to headquarters. I'm not playing with y'all. This needs to be Robin's last season. I do not want to see Robin anymore. Y'all have 8 fucking women on this show. Y'all do not need all those women. We do not need all those fucking storylines. Half of them don't even have fucking storylines. Get rid of Robin. She brings nothing to this show and has not brought nothing into the show for a very long time. I'm sick of looking at her. She is collateral damage. Ashley is on, I mean, Giselle's on live with Ashley half the fucking time, and they're up here doing TikTok videos and shit. She don't need no damn Robin. So what the hell is she here for? So I will be fine with Giselle by herself. If that means we get rid of Robin.
But Giselle, all of Giselle's good scenes and moments that make her like good for TV. I know people don't like her, but a lot of what people don't like is what makes her good for TV. And a lot of those moments happen when Robin is not around and or silent. So yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying there. But I think what people need to understand is the Housewives of Potomac fans have been crying since season fucking one. We don't like Robin. We want Robin gone. Get rid of Robin. Everybody is saying it. Why don't everybody shut the fuck up and put the cigarette out and let that collection plate go on around the church? And I guarantee when we stop saying we don't want Robin, I feel like that's when they'll actually get rid of her, because that's like the worst thing for the network. But the more people talk about it, I feel like in NBC's mind, they're like, ooh, they're talking about that. So let's do this because they're passionate about this on social media. So unless we gonna like get an official petition, I don't know. I feel like Potomac fans everywhere, we all need to like, I know we hate Robin. We can't stand her. She's so bad for TV. But the only way to get her gone is to like not even give her the light of day. Like I'd be fast forwarded through her scenes now that are just her and Juan when we do get them, because it's just going to be
things just in general.
Yeah, he's going to be like, the sky is yellow. And she's, yeah, well, oh, yeah, okay, Juan.
Yeah, I do see yellow in the sky. You're right.
Robin.
And it's like,
I'm sick of you, Robin.
And another thing, and thank you, Naya, for this one. Candace is always hope these people will be her friends. And I'm like,
yeah,
Candace. I don't understand Candace. I don't understand Candace at all, because to me, this expounds on her mama issues. Because when her mama sat up there and told her, you need to make up with Robin, and I'm looking at Dorothy like, why?
I don't know why. Maybe Dorothy feels bad for Robin. I mean, she's in mental health too. She probably sees that.
I forgot that's what she does for a living. Ain't no way in the hell I go to that goddamn big ass lady. There's no way. I can remember that wedding. No, there's no way. I forgot she was a therapist. Oh, hell no.
I'm telling you guys, therapists, psychiatrists, those who work in mental health in general are either there because they're fucked up themselves and want to help and feel productive, or they're fucked up, but that's what makes them sometimes the best people that you can see. So, yeah.
But that was the end of the video, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm trying to hold in there. Yeah, I'm trying to hold in Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm really trying to hold in there. I'm about to retire, just like with Wendy and Aneka. I'm about to retire Robin too. I'm gonna stop talking about Robin. I'm gonna give her one more episode.
Well, you know they're gonna talk about her probably.
But I know I need to see what that. Yeah, I need to see what the episode turned out to be. And I'm telling y'all, if Robin is doing this fuck shit, I'm not talking about Robin on this channel no more. I'm getting rid of Robin, Wendy, and Aneka.
Honestly, those are the three people, in my opinion, who need to leave the show. But I know people like feel differently about Wendy, but I personally do feel like Wendy is.
I want one or two things to happen. Either you get rid of Robin, Wendy, and Aneka, or you keep Wendy and get rid of everybody else. One of the two needs to happen. So I'm actually for Wendy taking over all of Real Housewives of Potomac and bringing on other ladies to fulfill the show, because all the ladies have been here 8 seasons. This has been the only cast that has kept a core amount, because the only person we lost was Charisse and Katie.
Yeah.
So it just, and speaking of which, where the fuck Charisse at? Not that I'm complaining, because I don't like Charisse. But where the fuck is Charisse? Why isn't she showing up? Y'all made all of us get mad and get angry for Charisse to only be in 2 episodes so far. Really? Y'all made my nerves bad for Charisse to only be in 2 episodes. After I prepared myself, because I knew I was going to see. Y'all have to understand something. I got 2. Let me do this for a minute. I got prepared and really set my mind to be able to deal with Charisse and her snout for all this time.
Cracking up, he's watching you in the other room.
Yes, I have prepared myself to watch Charisse and the disposition of her upper lip for y'all to actually play her this entire time.
Oh, Jesus.
Really, Bravo? Really? I guess I should thank the Lord.
I think Charisse or whatever the hell. I feel like she's like a wino on the low, but I don't know if I can like fully say that. But that's what I feel in my spirit.
No, she just gets on my nerves, and I didn't like her the first 2 seasons. I was like, why? She's so, oh, that's what happens. That's what Robin is going to turn into.
Yep.
Give it about 5 years. That is exactly what Robin's going to turn into. Charisse. That's exactly how they're panning this out. This is the future Robin. Robin, if you watching me, you probably not, because you don't watch people who just like she don't like this kind of interaction and bullshit when people call her on a fuck shit. But Robin, you better look at Charisse, because that is exactly what you're gonna turn into. Give it 5 years. I guarantee you she'll be just as bitter as that. I guarantee you. So that's it, y'all. That's Real Housewives of Potomac. As I said, I'm not going to talk about Wendy and Nneka. I am done with that beef. I do not care anymore. Whatever it turns into, it turns into. This part right here. Yep, exactly. This right here. This right here. This right here. We all know what this is. That is Charisse right there. So in terms of
down
that,
to the wig and the wig.
right. That's the wig. To the Mary Kay makeup, to probably smell like white diamond, and to the old Joanne's fabric outfit.
James, that smell, or that gold perfume that everybody black auntie or
absolutely
had. I don't know what it's called.
It's white diamond. I know what it's called. It's white diamond.
Oh Lord!
I know somebody who still wear that. I said they still make that shit. Okay, let me go ahead and get up off here. Go, yeah, we get to Married to Medicine. You know,
she's sweating somewhere.
Absolutely. But let's go over. We got to go over to Married to Medicine. They pissed me off too. I think a lot of people is about to disagree with me on this on Married to Medicine. So if y'all want to see what my opinion is, y'all might want to tune into this video, because I'm telling you, I'm about to go in. So I'll see you guys on the next recap, guys.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for coming.